Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, hi, my name is Natasha and it's fantastic to have you here. For today's video, we are unboxing and taking a look at the DC Tarot Deck and Guidebook published by Insight Editions. It retails for $27.99 in the US and $36.99 in Canada. Written by Casey Gilly, illustrated by 17th and Oak. Interesting. Okay, and as always in the description box below, I will link where you can legitimately purchase this deck should you want to in all the places there, as well as my link tree will be down there where you can find all of my social media as well as my Etsy shop where I do private readings. And if you're wanting your deck to move to the top of my ever-growing list, that is a perk of being a channel member or a Patreon, so go ahead and check out those as well as all of the other perks that we've got over there too. Okay, I am crossing my fingers and hoping for a win here. I don't nearly keep up with DC as much as I do Marvel, but let's hope for the best here. Let the world's greatest superheroes help you discover your secret identity with this enchantingly empowering tarot deck featuring all new visions of the DC Universe's most legendary figures. Okay, well already I'm really loving the imagery. I'm hoping that the artwork is going to be stunning. Same kind of packaging that we're used to with Insight Editions. We've got a bent guidebook there. Okay, and we got the cards, and then we've got the inside there. We do have a ribbon. I like that. And it seems to have a little scuffing, but that's okay. It came sealed. I just want to say that it came sealed, so it must be a manufacturing. Okay, so contents, understanding your tarot, your first reading. Okay, so good information. And then it goes into the major and then the minor. Looks like the names are all the same there for the suits. And then we have caring for your deck, preparing to read tarot, and then the spreads. So let's just take a peek here at the spreads, see what we've got. Preparing to read tarot. There we go. We have the Watchtower. And then we've got Task Force X. Try saying that 5 times fast. Then we have the Trinity. And that's it. Okay, so we'll pull a card and read from the guidebook to see how that will work after the flip through. Okay, so here's the cards. Let's take a peek at the back here. That's cool. We've got 4 prominent players there of the DC universe. Take a peek at the cardstock. It's matte. It is your Insight Editions tarot cardstock. I feel like it's a little bit thinner. If you guys watched my Marvel Oracle, it feels like that. It's very flexible, so we'll see how it shuffles. Okay. We'll bring in a little bit closer here to see. And here we go. We've got a number on the top, title on the bottom. I'm very interested to see the characters and for what card they are representing. Very fun artwork. Ooh. Oh, I do really like Poison Ivy for Empress. That is beautiful. Interesting choice, but I do like the idea because he really is king of all of the seas. And really, I think there was a comic book that talks about him being like the ultimate DC character. Like he can control all of the ocean floor. So the animals and all of that, that would be very interesting. Love that. Interesting lion they added there. The artwork is really fun. It's very much a comic book art style. Oh, wow. Okay. Love Wonder Woman for Justice. Oh, interesting. Is this Constantine? Oh my God, did they really? What? Love that. Of course, we have to have the Joker. Oh. Love it. Okay, I was hoping they were going to have Superman as the sun. Beautiful. Love. Yes, that will work. I'm vengeance. Okay, let's take a look at the minors. It said fully illustrated, but we have been tricked before. Oh, I don't know, guys. Well, that Who song is definitely playing in my head right now. We got fooled again. The art was just so fun and dynamic, and this is disappointing yet again. And I just want to do a caveat here. There's nothing wrong with the way that these decks are made like this. Many people do prefer their decks like this. It's very much kind of in the vibe of a Marseille deck, which is traditional and perfect and fine. But the reason we get upset is because there is catalog upon catalog upon catalog of examples of what you could use to put in the card to represent the energy. There are scenes, there are movies, there are descriptions. So when you see the decks just continually be made like this, it is frustrating because us as the consumer, we get excited for what the pop culture deck is going to be because we're expecting to see this dynamic artwork. And especially when it's a comic book, you want that art style to come through if that's what you're purchasing the deck about. And that's why we're disappointed when we see this and we're like, oh, well, that's why it feels like a cash grab. So for those of you who wait until you see my reviews to see whether or not it's going to feel like that for you, I appreciate you. This is why I buy them for you guys to see. And I'm curious too, because again, it did say fully illustrated on the back here. Let's see. Includes a fully illustrated. And so when you see that, you are expected to see fully illustrated as in, you know, but again, it is technically fully illustrated. Oh, I do like this. So it's just frustrating because again, especially if you're a big DC fan, I mean, I only really follow a few of the characters, but to get this deck and then to be disappointed like this, it's definitely understandable. Now, it's not terrible how they're doing the symbols. It is readable. It's definitely something that you can utilize with your intuition. But again, it's just very much a letdown. It does make sense here. Yeah, it's just very sad to see. And then you also have to take into an account where there are decks that are around the same price point that are done very well. And they are actually fully illustrated with a better, if not fuller, guidebook. So, I mean, it's disappointing. And please do keep in mind, this is just my opinion. You might not feel this way, and that is perfectly valid. I do like this. Some of them make a lot of sense. So, you know, there's good and the bad. And again, everyone has different preferences. Everyone has different expectations. But again, the consensus from a lot of you on all of the comments on the other videos that we've done with the Insight decks pretty much have expressed the same opinion as I just did. So, you know, it's frustrating when we're all telling a company that we would love to see, you know, more thought put into the decks and they just don't deliver. Then that in turn reinforces the idea that this is just cash grab. Or, you know, if you are a beginner, it might be very difficult for you to read with this, which again, everybody reads differently. Everybody has their preferences, but you might see the brand of DC and be like, okay, now is my chance. I'm going to really start to learn tarot, and then be disappointed with it. Oh, interesting. But I do have to say the artwork is beautiful. It's stunning. Definitely feels like a comic book. Curious about the guidebook. Oh, cute. All right, let's see how they shuffle. Yeah, they feel just like all of the other Inside Edition decks. Very flexible. They seem to be snapping back to where they should be going. I mean, I don't have a huge problem with the way that their cardstock is. It just, again, for the price point, it seems a little lacking there. All right, let's get a card to read here. Okay, we're going to read for strength. Okay, so as a reminder, there's the artwork. Okay, Cyborg. A young Vic Stone faced down death and conquered despair after most of his damaged body had to be replaced with machinery. Steadfast, courageous, and always ready to defend the innocent, Cyborg has become the ultimate avatar of strength. Upright, you may recently have gone through a difficult time when your reserves of emotional and spiritual fortitude were tested and you were able to overcome your fears. This card may turn up when you're being asked to use your emotional stamina for others. Are your friends or family in a place where they need your support? Reversed, this could feel like a power grab in which someone is trying to make you question your position. It can also mean that someone as smart as Cyborg may occasionally overestimate their capabilities and be afraid to ask for help. Does that sound familiar? Don't let your ego get in the way of your dreams. I do have to say, it looks like some of the print ink has transferred a little bit. I don't know if that's like an aesthetic choice because it does seem to be on most of the pages here. Yeah, it could just be the aesthetic. I don't know. And especially up in the corner, I don't know if you can see. It's there too. I'm just curious because this was what was on the back there. Yeah, it definitely looks like it could be an aesthetic thing. So I don't know, but I'm just throwing it out there. Okay, so the guidebook, I don't hate it. I feel like it's actually done well. There's enough information to get you by. If you are excited about this and you don't like the guidebook, but it gives you enough to get you by, always get yourself another resource book. It will help you out. I do like that it tells you who the character is. It still does that for the court cards as well. So that is fantastic to see because I don't know a lot of these, unfortunately. Just because I don't follow DC that much any longer. So, yeah, it is Constantine. Okay, that's awesome. Yeah, that's one I wasn't expecting to see. So awesome. Okay, so my thoughts. I think you already know. I don't know if I'm just disappointed. But again, this is all of my own opinions, my own thoughts. I am curious to know what you think. I probably will still use it because I do like a lot of the characters. However, I was hoping for more. I was hoping to see a lot more dynamic, you know, they could have done so much with like the fighting, the, you know, the battle scenes. They could have done so much because again, there's backlogs and backlogs to be used. I don't know how copyrights, as far as what you get access to for this is like. I don't know if there's only certain things that you can utilize. I don't know, but it seems like deck after deck, we are getting more and more disappointed, but that could just be me. I would love to know what your thoughts are on this. Is this something that you're excited about? Is this something that you are going to just pass on because it wasn't up to your standards or you don't like DC? What are your thoughts? Please let me know all of them down in the comment section below. And I would love to know your thoughts and opinions because a lot of this seems to be very much universal feelings. So with that being said, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell on your way out of this video. And that way you will never miss an upload from me. And it really helps me out too. So thank you so much for hanging with me. And I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.